How you doing? I hope you're having a great day and thank you so much for checking this video out. Today I wanted to talk about why clear skin does not necessarily mean no more compulsive skin picking. Look, I had to find this out the hard way. It cost me a lot of time, effort, energy and money to figure this one out. So I thought, save you all that. I'll just create a quick video to explain the reason why. Because so many of us believe that as soon as we achieve that totally clear, smooth skin, oh my God, like perfect skin, we're not gonna want to pick anymore because there'll be nothing to pick, right? This is what I thought. And so maybe over a year ago, I made the decision after weighing up the pros and cons on whether to start Roaccutane treatment, which is isotretinoin. It is a full-on treatment. Let me just say that. I will put the link up in this video for you to check out the video I made when I just decided that I would quit the treatment 9 months into my 12-month plan. I had already paid for it because over here in the UK, to get referred onto a dermatologist who will sign you up to a Roaccutane course, it is not easy. It is not easy at all because obviously the NHS, they're going to look at what is a need, a priority, and when I go to the doctors about my skin and how it made me feel, unfortunately my doctor didn't really make me feel like a priority in that case. So in the end, I made that decision to go private. I spent, how much is it? Maybe like £1,200. So what is that? Like $1,400 to go to a private dermatologist. I had to pay for someone who was quite high ranking so that I knew that they could sign this prescription off, because not all dermatologists actually are able to sign you up to isotretinoin. So I did some knowledge and in the end I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it because like feeling, like I've got clear, smooth skin is priceless, or at least that's what I thought. I really did put it up there with like the best thing. Like, it doesn't matter if I get myself in debt, it doesn't matter if, I have to pay this amount off monthly for the next however long, if it means that I have amazing skin after. That was my decision, that was my thought process at the time, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna do it, I'm not gonna regret it. Let me just say, 9 months felt like a lifetime for me. Oh my God, it was so intense, so intense. And by 9 months in, I was like, I literally just can't do anymore. Like, it is just so full on. You are constantly, like every day, you are reminded like to consider, like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? And you know what? After that amount of time, I was like, no, it is not. Like, what I've put myself through for this quest for clear skin is just, I just had no more fight in me left to carry on for 3 more months. But hey, that's for another video. Do check out that one because all of that was like fresh on my mind at the time. What I realized, because after 9 months of being on isotretinoin, I did obviously have very clear skin from it, which was great, but I did do my research and I saw that it was like less than half of people that went on this treatment actually had permanently clear skin. So already you've got a near 50-50 chance that you're going to get acne again. And if you naturally have very oily skin, then the chances are unfortunately not in your favour, which is the case for me. So I always kind of knew that even when I was going through the treatment, I knew that there was a large chance that I would develop acne again later in life. However, I consider the fact that it may not be as severe. So that was great, that felt great to know that, okay, well, I've quit the treatment, that's it, I've made that decision for myself. And I disposed of the medication effectively, like I went to the pharmacy so that they could dispose of it the correct way. And yeah, I do have clear skin from it, which is great. It's been 7 months since I finished the treatment, and yeah, I do still get acne here and there, definitely like hormonal still. I do get you know, depending on what I'm eating, especially dairy, and I do get it, you know, face and body like before, but it's not as bad as it used to be. And that definitely has caused me to skin pick less. One thing definitely is when you are on Roaccutane, your skin is extremely sensitive and extremely thin. So when you do go to skin pick, you really do risk scarring that area very much, because it is a lot thinner than it used to be prior the treatment. So because of that, it really did make me think twice before picking an area, because you are left with a red mark for a lot longer than when you weren't on the treatment. So usually, you know, it would take, say, like 3 days or something for a mark to fully go down. When I was on that treatment, it would take something like 7 to 10 days for that redness to go down. And 7 months on from the treatment, I'm still like noticing that. So when I do go skin pick, there will be, you know, a red mark that will be there for a lot longer than before. I don't know how long that'll last. I don't know if that's something that I'm always going to experience, but hey, what I have realized is that so many of us want this clear skin that we'll do anything to get it. But then when we get it, we are unfortunately quite alarmed to realize that the clear skin is not the be all and end all. We've put so much of our energy into it, and we honestly kid ourselves thinking that clear skin is going to change my life. I'm never going to want to pick again. But of course, that's not the case if you've got compulsive skin picking disorder. Okay, because dermatillomania feeds off of pressure, it feeds off of anxiety, worry and sadness and whatever's going on in your life. It is a mental condition, so it doesn't really matter how your skin is, it will manifest if you feel the urge, if the urge comes about. And unfortunately, if you have clear skin and the urge comes about, you will look for something to focus on, and you will probably find something to focus on. That was the case for me, because I didn't have acne anymore, but I did have dry skin. So I found myself, you know, picking the flakes, the dry flakes, picking the dry lips, picking like scabs. I also found myself focusing a lot of my energy on ingrown hairs, especially on my legs and arms, because the skin was so dry. If I wasn't, you know, gently exfoliating pretty often, then it would just kind of create more ingrown hairs for me, and so that became more of my focus. And I didn't even notice that at the time. I was just so like thrilled that I wasn't getting the acne, and I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. But I wasn't considering that the urge to skin pick was still very much present, and even when I finished treatment, it was still very much present, but I had just shifted my focus on one thing to pick to something else to pick instead. And that's something I had to learn the hard way. What I am saying to you in this video is to reconsider if you have this objective in mind that only clear skin will stop your skin picking, because it is not the case. Clear skin will not stop a mental condition from existing unless you really get to the root cause, unless you actually understand the cause of this mental condition and how to take care of it mentally in like a nurturing, compassionate way. It's so easy for us, especially if, you know, we suffer from body dysmorphia as well, because there will always be something that we are aiming to get, and that will be the be all and end all. That will be the holy grail that will stop our skin picking. It is not the case, because let me tell you, it is so easy to fall into that trap. As soon as I finished with Roaccutane and my skin felt great, I started to focus on other parts of my body. I started to focus on my weight a lot more. I started to focus on areas of my body that I've really like not liked for a long time. I was looking into like lipo, and I was just thinking, you know what, I just need to chill. I need to just focus on the here and the now, and if my mental well-being needs some more nurturing, then so be it. That is priceless. That is free. That will not get me in debt. That will actually just make me love myself a hell of a lot more, and I'll be taking care of myself. So I hope you really enjoy this video. I hope that gives you some food for thought. Do put any comments, any thoughts that you have from this video down in the comment section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. That would mean so much to me as always. I love you lots. Have a great day. Bye bye.